Clint Eastwood, the legendary actor and director, is now 94 years old, and it's hard to believe that the man who gave us unforgettable films like Dirty Harry, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly and Unforgiven is still around, living life with as much vigor as ever. What's even more shocking is how he continues to live his life at this age. Most people assume that after reaching the age of 90, one would slow down, retire, and settle into a quiet life. But Clint's lifestyle defies all those expectations. The truth is, his daily routine is nothing like what one might expect from someone his age. It's surprising, unusual, and inspiring all at once. Now you might be wondering, how does Clint Eastwood keep going? What's his secret to maintaining such a high level of energy and involvement in the film industry at 94? Is there something he does that sets him apart from others in his age group? Well, the reality is that Clint's life at 94 is far from what most people would call retirement. Rather than lounging around or taking it easy, Clint stays active and continues to push the boundaries of what a person his age can do. One of the most shocking aspects of Clint's lifestyle is his unwavering dedication to physical fitness. While most people in their 90s might find themselves dealing with health issues or slowing down, Clint is still in fantastic shape. The secret behind his fitness is his commitment to staying active. He doesn't just sit around and let age take its toll on his body. He works out regularly, staying fit both mentally and physically. For Clint, staying active isn't just about maintaining a good appearance, it's about keeping his mind sharp and his energy levels up. His approach to fitness might surprise you. He isn't spending hours at the gym or following complicated routines. Instead, Clint focuses on keeping things simple. He enjoys long walks, takes time to stretch, and stays active in ways that are manageable and enjoyable for him. But physical fitness is only one part of the equation. Clint's mental and emotional well-being is equally important. While many people in their later years tend to slow down mentally, Clint continues to stay sharp and engaged with the world around him. He often engages in creative projects, writing and directing films. Despite being well into his 90s, Clint still has the energy to contribute to the film industry in meaningful ways. His work as a director is still highly regarded, and he continues to produce films that resonate with audiences. Even though Clint's acting career may have slowed down, his role behind the camera has only grown more impressive over the years. What's more surprising is how he balances all of this with a sense of calm and focus. It seems as though Clint has found a perfect balance between work and personal life, keeping his mind stimulated without overwhelming himself. Another fascinating aspect of Clint Eastwood's life is how he manages his personal time. Many people think that at 94, Clint would have a quiet life, spending most of his time at home, but that's not the case at all. Clint lives a surprisingly active social life. He enjoys spending time with his family, friends, and the people who are closest to him. He isn't just a recluse, keeping to himself in his mansion. He's out and about, meeting with people, engaging in conversation, and enjoying his life. Even though he's not in the public eye as much as he once was, Clint has managed to keep his personal life thriving, always surrounded by people he trusts and cares for. What's even more curious is how Clint has managed to stay so private about his personal life. Despite being one of Hollywood's most iconic stars, he's managed to keep a lot of his private life away from the media. This level of privacy is rare for someone in the entertainment industry, but Clint has always been very intentional about what he shares with the public. This air of mystery surrounding his personal life adds another layer of intrigue to his already fascinating existence. It's almost as if Clint has found the perfect way to live without being consumed by the pressures of fame. Another factor that sets Clint apart from others in his age group is his unwavering passion for filmmaking. While most people would expect him to retire and enjoy his old age, Clint continues to pursue his love for cinema with the same passion and drive he had when he first started in the business. His work ethic hasn't changed, and he continues to push boundaries with the films he creates. In fact, Clint's last few films have been highly praised for their depth, emotional impact, and storytelling. He's not making films for the sake of staying busy. He's making them because he's truly passionate about the art of filmmaking. This dedication to his craft at such an advanced age is nothing short of remarkable. It speaks to Clint's enduring love for the art form and his desire to leave a lasting impact on the world of cinema. Clint's lifestyle is also a reflection of his philosophy on life. He's often talked about the importance of staying true to oneself, living authentically, and not getting bogged down by the opinions of others. At 94, Clint has managed to live life on his own terms, without being influenced by the pressures of fame, wealth, or expectations. He's a man who has built his life around the things that matter most to him: his family, his work, and his personal happiness. For Clint's success isn't measured by how many awards he's won, or how much money he's made. It's about staying true to his passions and finding peace within himself. At 94, Clint Eastwood continues to be a symbol of strength, resilience, and living life to the fullest. His lifestyle is a testament to the fact that age is just a number, and it's never too late to live life on your own terms. His ability to stay active, maintain his creativity, and enjoy his personal life is truly inspiring. The shocking way Clint Eastwood lives at 94 isn't just about defying age, it's about embracing life with open arms, no matter how many years you've lived. His story serves as a reminder that the journey doesn't end when you reach a certain age. In fact, it can be just the beginning of something even more incredible. Clint Eastwood, now 94, is living a life that most people would find unimaginable for someone his age. While many elderly people at this stage of life are taking it easy and enjoying their retirement years, Clint is doing the complete opposite. Not only is he still involved in the film industry, but he is also living a life that is full of activity, purpose, and energy. Most people are curious about how Clint Eastwood has managed to maintain such a remarkable lifestyle well into his 90s. How is it possible that someone who has been in the public eye for so long continues to live life with such vigor and passion? What is the secret to his seemingly endless energy and drive? The answer is not as simple as it may seem. Clint's way of living is a combination of habits, choices, and a unique perspective on life that sets him apart from others. One of the most surprising things about Clint Eastwood's lifestyle is his physical fitness. When most people think of someone in their 90s, they imagine someone who struggles with health issues, maybe walks with a cane, and takes long naps during the day. But Clint Eastwood is nothing like that. Despite his age, Clint is in incredible shape. He takes great care of his body, and it shows. He is known for staying active not just for the sake of looking good, but because he understands how important it is to maintain physical health as you get older. While Clint is not the type to spend hours in the gym, he does make time for physical activity in ways that work for him. Long walks, stretching exercises, and occasional light workouts keep him in shape. He knows that staying active is essential for keeping both the body and the mind sharp, and he makes sure to follow a routine that allows him to stay as fit as possible. But what truly makes Clint's fitness routine surprising is how he has approached it over the years. Many people in their later years stop working out or abandon their fitness routines altogether. But Clint has managed to find a way to integrate exercise into his daily life without feeling like it's a burden. It's clear that he has a genuine love for staying active, whether he's hiking through the mountains or just taking a brisk walk around his property. Clint has shown that you don't need a complicated fitness regimen to stay healthy in old age. You just need to find what works for you and stick with it. His commitment to physical fitness is a reminder that age doesn't have to slow you down or stop you from being active. Another surprising element of Clint's lifestyle is his mental and emotional well-being. Many people assume that when someone reaches their 90s, they start to lose interest in things, become withdrawn, and retreat from the world. But Clint Eastwood's life is anything but that. He continues to be deeply engaged with the world around him. While he may not be in the public eye as much as he once was, Clint is far from living in isolation. He remains involved in the film industry, still directing and producing movies. Even at 94, Clint's mind is sharp, and he continues to work on projects that interest him. His ability to stay focused and creative at his age is truly remarkable. Clint's passion for filmmaking is evident in the projects he takes on. He is not one to sit back and relax just because he could. Instead, Clint keeps challenging himself with new ideas and creative endeavors. For someone his age, this is an unusual trait. Most people would expect Clint to retire and enjoy his wealth and fame in peace. But Clint doesn't seem to view aging as an excuse to stop working or creating. He has an intense passion for filmmaking, and he continues to direct, produce, and sometimes even act in films. His involvement in the industry is not about money or fame, but about his love for the art. Even when he's not in the spotlight, Clint is still making his mark in the world of cinema. What is even more fascinating is how Clint's emotional well-being plays a role in his longevity. He seems to have found a balance between work and personal life that keeps him both mentally stimulated and emotionally content. Clint is known for being a private person, keeping his personal life away from the media. Yet he has a close-knit circle of family and friends who provide him with the support and companionship that most people need as they age. This support system is one of the key factors in Clint's ability to maintain his vitality and passion for life. He enjoys spending time with his loved ones, and this connection to people he cares about keeps him grounded and happy. Another fascinating aspect of Clint Eastwood's life is his ability to keep things simple. While many people might be tempted to go on extravagant vacations, buy luxurious items, or indulge in excess, Clint has chosen a different path. He enjoys a simple, straightforward lifestyle. He doesn't seek attention or try to live up to the expectations of others. Instead, he's content with the life he has created for himself. This simplicity extends to his hobbies and interests as well. Clint enjoys outdoor activities like hiking and fishing, activities that allow him to connect with nature and find peace away from the hustle and bustle of the world. His love for these simple pleasures has helped him maintain a sense of calm and contentment throughout his life. Clint's approach to life is also rooted in a strong sense of independence. At 94, he still prefers to do things on his own terms. He doesn't rely on others to tell him what to do or how to live his life. Instead, he makes decisions based on his own values and desires. This independence has allowed Clint to stay true to himself and live a life that aligns with his personal philosophy. He has never been one to follow the crowd, and that is evident in how he continues to live at 94. He has managed to create a life that is fulfilling, meaningful, and true to who he is. What Clint Eastwood's life teaches us is that age is just a number. There's no reason to slow down or give up on life just because you've reached a certain age. Clint has shown that it's possible to live an active, creative, and fulfilling life well into your 90s. His lifestyle serves as a reminder that it's never too late to chase your passions, stay healthy, and live life on your own terms. His ability to maintain such a vibrant and engaged existence is an inspiration to people of all ages. It's proof that with the right mindset, anyone can defy the odds and continue living a life full of purpose and energy, no matter how old they are. Clint Eastwood, at the age of 94, is living a life that many would never expect from someone of his age. Most people think that after reaching such a senior age, a person would want to slow down, enjoy their time, and live a life of rest. However, Clint Eastwood continues to challenge that perception. His life is not one of rest and relaxation. Instead, it is filled with action, creativity, and a surprising level of engagement with the world around him. This leads to the question that many people are curious about: how does Clint Eastwood at 94 continue to live such an active and fascinating life? What drives him to keep going even when most others his age would be content with retirement? The answer to that question lies in the way Clint has chosen to live his life, and his approach is nothing short of astonishing. One of the most shocking aspects of Clint Eastwood's life is his continuing commitment to work, especially in the film industry. For most people, retirement comes with the idea of stepping back from active work, but Clint has chosen a completely different path. Despite being in his 90s, Clint has continued to direct, produce, and sometimes even act in films. His dedication to filmmaking shows that he still has the same passion for his craft that he had when he first entered the business many years ago. He could easily step away and enjoy the fruits of his decades-long career, but Clint remains fully immersed in his work, making films that resonate with both audiences and critics alike. This is not something that many people in their 90s are able to do, and it shows just how driven Clint Eastwood is to keep pursuing his passion for storytelling. Even more remarkable is that Clint's films in recent years have not been lacking in depth or creativity. His last few projects have been praised for their emotional weight, their thought-provoking narratives, and their stunning performances. Clint has clearly not lost his touch, and his ability to continue creating meaningful work in his 90s is nothing short of inspiring. What makes Clint's continued involvement in the film industry even more intriguing is how he manages to balance his work with his personal life. For many people, balancing a demanding career and personal life becomes harder as they age, but Clint seems to have mastered the art of keeping both aspects of his life in harmony. His ability to stay engaged with the world of film while also maintaining close relationships with his family and friends is an incredible feat. Clint's personal life remains private, yet it is clear that he values his relationships and enjoys spending time with the people he cares about. Despite being one of the most famous figures in Hollywood, Clint has managed to maintain a sense of normalcy in his personal life, keeping the people around him grounded and close. This is a rare quality for someone of his stature, and it speaks volumes about the way he chooses to live. Clint's dedication to his work, his ability to balance work and personal life, and his focus on living life on his own terms are key aspects of the way he has been able to live such a full life at 94. Another surprising element of Clint's life is his physical fitness. As we age, it is common for people to experience a decline in their physical abilities. However, Clint has defied this norm by staying active and fit throughout his life. While most people in their 90s might struggle with health problems, Clint remains in great shape, which is not something you would expect from someone his age. His commitment to physical fitness is not about vanity, it is about maintaining his health and vitality so that he can continue to live life on his own terms. Clint doesn't follow the latest fitness trends or engage in intense exercise routines. Instead, he keeps things simple. He enjoys walking, hiking, and other low-impact activities that keep him moving without putting too much strain on his body. He has also mentioned that he tries to keep a balance in his life, and that includes making sure to stay physically active in ways that make sense for his age. Clint's approach to fitness is not about being obsessed with how he looks, but about staying healthy and active so he can continue to do the things he enjoys, like working on films and spending time with family and friends. This is a key element of his lifestyle, as it shows that Clint is not just focused on his career or his public persona, but on his overall well-being. There is also a mental and emotional aspect to Clint's way of life that deserves attention. Many people in their 90s experience a decline in mental sharpness or emotional energy, but Clint Eastwood continues to be mentally sharp and emotionally engaged with the world around him. His ability to keep working, creating, and staying involved in the things that matter to him is a reflection of his strong sense of purpose. At 94, Clint has not allowed the challenges that come with aging to slow him down. Instead, he has found ways to adapt and remain sharp both physically and mentally. His emotional resilience is another factor that has contributed to his ability to keep going. He has faced many personal and professional challenges throughout his life, but he has always bounced back, continuing to move forward with a positive attitude and a sense of determination. Clint has always been known for his strong will and ability to persevere, and that has only become more apparent as he ages. Another aspect of Clint Eastwood's lifestyle that stands out is his sense of independence. At 94, Clint has not allowed age or external pressures to change his approach to life. He continues to make his own decisions, live on his own terms, and pursue the things that matter most to him. While many people in their 90s might rely on others for support or decision-making, Clint remains self-sufficient and in control of his own life. He is a true example of someone who does not let age dictate how they live or what they can achieve. His independence is an inspiration to people of all ages, as it shows that it is possible to live life the way you want, no matter how old you are. Clint Eastwood's life is a remarkable example of how age doesn't have to limit what you can accomplish or how you can live. His ability to stay active, engaged, and passionate about the things that matter to him shows that it's possible to live a fulfilling life at any age. What is truly inspiring about Clint's lifestyle is not just his physical fitness, his work ethic, or his independence, but his overall approach to life. He has embraced the challenges of aging with grace and determination, and in doing so he has proven that it is possible to live a vibrant and meaningful life well into your 90s. Clint Eastwood's life serves as a reminder that age is just a number, and that it's never too late to continue pursuing your passions and living life to the fullest. Clint Eastwood, now at 94 years old, is a living legend in Hollywood. Most people at this age would have slowed down by now, but Clint is still living life with energy, purpose, and a level of activity that surprises everyone around him. For someone who has had such a long and successful career, Clint could easily retire and live a life of relaxation, but instead he continues to live a full and fascinating life. This makes people wonder, how does Clint Eastwood live at 94? What keeps him going with such passion and dedication? The truth is that Clint's lifestyle is far from what most people expect at his age. His life is a mixture of hard work, physical fitness, emotional strength, and a sense of independence that most people would envy. The more you look into his life, the more intriguing and inspiring it becomes. One of the most curious aspects of Clint Eastwood's life at 94 is his relationship with work. While many people his age may choose to retire, Clint is still deeply involved in the film industry. He could easily live a quiet life away from the limelight, but he has chosen to stay active in the world of filmmaking. He continues to direct films, produce projects, and even take on acting roles when the right opportunity presents itself. This is not typical behavior for someone of his age, but it shows that Clint has a deep passion for his craft that has never faded. He has often spoken about how much he enjoys the creative process and how working in the film industry gives him a sense of purpose. Despite being in his 90s, Clint's ability to stay involved in the filmmaking world is a testament to his commitment to his passion and his ability to keep going no matter his age. It's not just about work for Clint, it's about doing something he loves and continuing to make a mark on the world of cinema. What is even more fascinating is that Clint is not just sitting behind the scenes in a passive role. He is actively involved in the creation of his films, from developing the story to overseeing the direction and final production. This hands-on approach is something that many people expect from younger filmmakers, but Clint continues to do it with energy and enthusiasm. His attention to detail and dedication to quality have earned him respect from both the younger and older generations in the film industry. This is not a man who has slowed down or become complacent in his old age. Instead, Clint is still pushing himself creatively, finding new ways to challenge himself and staying relevant in an industry that is constantly evolving. Another surprising thing about Clint Eastwood's life is how he manages to stay physically fit and active despite his age. While many people in their 90s might struggle with their health or face limitations in their daily lives, Clint is remarkably healthy and strong for his age. He doesn't just sit around or take it easy, he remains physically active and continues to prioritize his health. His commitment to staying fit is evident in the way he lives his life. Clint has always been an advocate for a healthy lifestyle, and he practices what he preaches. His approach to fitness isn't complicated or extreme, he simply incorporates physical activity into his daily routine in ways that keep him moving and energized. Clint enjoys walking, hiking, and staying active in a way that works for him. He knows that staying fit is essential not just for physical health but for mental clarity and emotional well-being. What is truly remarkable about Clint's fitness routine is that he doesn't let age hold him back. Many people in their 90s would likely struggle to maintain the same level of physical activity, but Clint has managed to keep his body strong and healthy. His dedication to fitness is not just about appearance but about maintaining his vitality so that he can continue to work, create, and enjoy life. His commitment to staying in shape is a great example for others, showing that it's never too late to prioritize your health and take care of your body. Clint doesn't rely on complicated or strenuous exercise routines. Instead, he focuses on simple, consistent habits that keep him moving and active in a way that feels natural to him. In addition to his physical fitness, Clint Eastwood's mental and emotional well-being is another factor that contributes to his ability to keep going at 94. While many elderly people struggle with mental decline or emotional challenges as they age, Clint has remained sharp and focused. His mental clarity is evident in his work, his ability to make decisions, and his continued involvement in the film industry. He hasn't allowed age to hinder his creativity or his drive to keep producing meaningful work. He is as mentally sharp as ever, constantly thinking about new projects and ways to stay involved in the world of filmmaking. What also stands out about Clint's emotional resilience is his ability to stay positive and focused despite the challenges that come with aging. He has always been known for his strong will and determination, and these traits have only become more apparent as he has grown older. Clint's ability to maintain a sense of purpose and remain emotionally strong is one of the reasons he has been able to live such a full life at 94. Rather than letting the challenges of aging bring him down, Clint has embraced them and used them as motivation to keep going. He continues to stay positive and optimistic, focusing on the things that matter most to him, like his work, his family, and his personal well-being. Clint Eastwood's sense of independence is also a key part of his lifestyle. At 94, Clint is not someone who relies on others to make decisions for him or to take care of him. He has always valued his independence, and he continues to live life on his own terms. This is something that many people in their 90s struggle with, as they often have to rely on others for support. However, Clint remains in control of his life, making his own decisions and living as independently as possible. This independence is not just about physical capability, it's also about maintaining a sense of self and continuing to live life with a sense of freedom. Clint's ability to make his own choices and live life on his own terms is one of the things that sets him apart from others his age. It's a reminder that age does not have to define who you are or how you live your life. What makes Clint Eastwood's lifestyle so intriguing is that it defies the expectations that many people have about aging. While most people assume that age brings a slowing down of physical, mental, and emotional energy, Clint Eastwood has proven that it is possible to live a full, active, and meaningful life well into your 90s. He has shown that with the right mindset, it is possible to continue pursuing your passions, staying healthy, and living on your own terms. Clint's life is a powerful example that age doesn't have to limit you. Instead, it can be an opportunity to live even more fully, embracing life with purpose and passion. As Clint Eastwood continues to live his extraordinary life at 94, he serves as an inspiration to people of all ages, proving that it's never too late to live life to the fullest. At the age of 94, Clint Eastwood has become more than just a legendary actor and director. He has turned into a symbol of strength, focus, and discipline that is rare to find even in much younger people. One of the most surprising things about Clint's life is his deep sense of control and discipline. Most people expect someone in their 90s to be slowing down or losing track of their routines, but Clint is the opposite. He remains very focused in everything he does, and his discipline is one of the main reasons he is still active and creative at this age. When people see him working, directing, or even just going about his day, they are amazed by how sharp and organized he is. This makes many people curious: how does Clint maintain this level of discipline and focus even at 94? What is his secret? What does he do that others don't? Clint has always been known for being a private and serious person. He does not spend a lot of time in the spotlight unless it is related to his work. Unlike many other celebrities who live loud and flashy lives, Clint has always kept things simple and quiet. But behind this quiet image is a man who follows a very strict routine and sticks to habits that he has built over a lifetime. His daily life is not about luxury or comfort. It is about balance, structure, and a strong will to stay sharp both mentally and physically. He believes that discipline is not something that just appears one day. It is something you build slowly and carefully, over time, by making small but consistent choices. One of the most interesting parts of Clint's discipline is how he manages his time. He does not waste his hours or spend time on things that do not matter. Even at 94, he keeps his schedule clear of useless distractions. He wakes up early, follows a routine that includes light exercise, quiet time for thinking and planning for the day. He doesn't let his age stop him from taking charge of his own time. That sense of ownership over his day is something that many people lose with age, but Clint holds on to it with pride. He knows that time is precious, especially at this stage in life, so he treats every day with care. This is part of what keeps him so mentally alert and emotionally strong. Another part of Clint's discipline is his focus on his health. He doesn't follow fads or jump on new diet trends. Instead, he eats simple, healthy food that fuels his body without making him feel heavy or tired. He avoids processed food and tries to stay as natural as possible in his eating habits. This may seem small, but over many years, these healthy choices have helped him stay in good shape. Clint has often said that moderation is key. He doesn't believe in extremes. He just believes in being consistent. He listens to his body and treats it with respect. This quiet, steady care for his body is part of the reason why he still has the energy to work and stay involved in filmmaking, even at this age. But Clint's discipline isn't just about food or schedules, it's also about how he thinks. He is very focused when it comes to making decisions. Whether it's choosing a new film project or handling a personal issue, Clint takes his time. He doesn't rush, he thinks things through carefully and doesn't let emotion take over. This ability to stay calm and focused even in stressful situations has helped him both in his career and in his personal life. He avoids drama and prefers peace. He has trained his mind to stay steady, and that is something many people admire about him. His quiet strength comes not from shouting or showing off, but from deep self-control and a clear understanding of what matters most to him. Another surprising thing about Clint's disciplined lifestyle is how little he talks about it. He doesn't go around telling others what to do or how to live. He simply sets an example through his own actions. This quiet confidence is something that many people notice when they meet him. Clint believes that if you want to live a good life, you need to take responsibility for yourself. That means taking care of your body, your mind, your time, and your emotions. It means doing what's right even when no one is watching. And it means not giving up, even when things get tough. Clint's sense of discipline also comes from the way he was raised. He grew up during hard times, and he learned early in life that nothing comes easy. This background shaped him into someone who works hard and doesn't expect shortcuts. Even today, at 94, Clint follows that same belief. He doesn't expect others to do things for him. He believes in doing the work himself, staying sharp and living with purpose. This belief system is what keeps him moving forward while others his age are stepping back. It's what allows him to keep making films, traveling, and staying connected with the world. Even in the face of personal and professional challenges, Clint has always remained disciplined. Whether it was dealing with career setbacks, personal losses, or aging itself, Clint never allowed those problems to defeat him. Instead, he faced them with patience and strength. He doesn't panic or break down when things go wrong. He takes a breath, steps back, and calmly decides what to do next. That level of control is not something that comes easily. It is the result of a lifetime of practice, self-awareness, and a deep understanding of who he is. Perhaps what makes Clint Eastwood's discipline so impressive is how natural it seems. He doesn't force it, he doesn't try to impress others. He simply lives in a way that makes sense to him. There is no show, no performance. Just a man who has lived long enough to know what really matters, and who stays true to those values every day. That kind of quiet discipline is rare, and it is part of what makes Clint's story so powerful. Clint Eastwood's life at 94 is not about slowing down or giving up. It is about staying focused, staying sharp, and continuing to live with purpose and control. His disciplined lifestyle is a reminder that even in old age we can still be strong, still be active, and still be true to ourselves. It's not always easy, but Clint has shown that it is possible. His story teaches us that with the right mindset, discipline can be the key to living a long, meaningful, and inspiring life. At the age of 94, Clint Eastwood continues to live a life that surprises and inspires people around the world. But beyond his career, fitness, and discipline, there is something more emotional and personal that keeps him going. It's the strong bond he shares with his family. Many people are curious about how a man with such a long and busy career manages to maintain close relationships, especially in Hollywood, where fame and success often pull families apart. But Clint's story is different. His connection with his children and loved ones has played a powerful role in shaping his life, especially in his later years. At this stage in life, many people feel lonely or forgotten. Yet Clint, even in his 90s, has the love and support of his family. This part of his life is filled with warmth, emotion, and deep meaning that can't be explained by just his career or success. Clint Eastwood has 8 children from different relationships, and while his family life has not always been simple or perfect, he has found a way to stay connected to them. In his earlier years, Clint was known for being private about his personal life. He focused heavily on his work and didn't share much about what was happening at home. But over time, he began to realize that family is not something to keep at a distance. It is something to hold close. As he got older, especially after entering his 70s and 80s, his family began to play a bigger role in his life. He started to spend more time with his children, and many of them also entered the film and entertainment world, which gave them something in common. They could share ideas, work together, and understand each other in ways that brought them closer. One of the most touching things about Clint's life now is how much value he places on time spent with his family. At an age where many people become isolated, Clint stays connected with those he loves. He enjoys simple things like having dinner with his kids, talking about life, and watching movies together. He doesn't need big events or public attention to feel happy. For him, happiness comes from those quiet, real moments with his loved ones. These moments give him strength and comfort. They remind him that life is not just about awards and success, but about love and relationships. His family respects him not just as a Hollywood icon, but as a father, a grandfather, and a man who has lived through many ups and downs. People who have met Clint say that he lights up when he talks about his children. Even though some of his earlier relationships were complicated, he has made peace with his past and focused on building strong bonds in the present. Some of his children have spoken in interviews about how proud they are of their father, not just because of what he achieved in movies, but because of how he is as a person. They described him as calm, thoughtful, and full of quiet wisdom. He doesn't try to control them or push them in any direction. Instead, he supports them, listens to them, and shows that he cares. That kind of connection is rare, especially for someone who spent so many years in the spotlight. What makes Clint's family life so inspiring is how real it is. It's not perfect. There were times when his personal choices caused pain, and there were times when he was distant. But instead of running from those mistakes, Clint faced them, he took responsibility, reached out, and tried to do better. That honesty and effort helped him rebuild and strengthen his relationships. And now at 94, he is surrounded by people who love and respect him. That love is not just because of who he is in public, but because of who he has become in private. That deep emotional support system gives Clint a kind of strength that no fame or fortune can replace. His grandchildren also play a special role in his life. They bring him joy and remind him of the beauty of growing older. Clint enjoys talking to them, sharing stories, and watching them grow. He has said in past interviews that being around young people helps him feel young too. Their energy, questions, and laughter bring a kind of fresh light into his life. He may be 94, but when he is around his family, there is a youthfulness in his eyes. It's as if time slows down and all that matters is the love in the room. That feeling is something many people crave, especially in their later. Clint's relationship with his family has also helped him stay grounded. In a world where people often lose themselves in fame or success, Clint has managed to stay true to who he is. His children don't see him as just a movie star. They see him as a real person with real emotions, real regrets, and real love. That balance between public life and private life is something Clint has worked hard to maintain. And it's this balance that brings peace to his heart. At an age where many people look back and feel regret, Clint looks around and feels gratitude. He knows he's not alone, he knows he is loved. And that love gives him the courage to keep moving forward, to keep creating, and to keep living with passion. There is something powerful about seeing a man who has achieved so much still find his greatest joy in something as simple as family. Clint Eastwood, who has directed blockbusters, won Oscars, and acted in some of the most iconic films in history, finds his deepest happiness in the company of those closest to him. He doesn't need the spotlight to feel fulfilled. He needs laughter at the dinner table, quiet talks in the evening, and hugs from the people who know him best. These are the moments that now shape his life. And maybe that's the real secret to why Clint Eastwood still lives with such strength and energy at 94. It's not just about what he eats or how he works, it's about love, connection, and the deep emotional bond that holds him up every single day. Clint's story teaches us that no matter how famous or successful you are, the most important thing in life is the people you love. They are the ones who will be there when the cameras are off, when the crowds are gone, and when the years have passed. Clint Eastwood's life is proof that even after a lifetime of fame, the heart always knows what truly matters. And in his heart, it's family that gives him the reason to keep living, creating, and inspiring others. Even at 94.